Today, I'm going to discuss why your balance progressions aren't working and what to do instead. But first, hi, I'm Nicole, the OT with the Note Ninjas, and together with Stephanie, the PT, we help OTs, PTs, and SLPs with treatment planning and documentation. We are also the creators of the Note Ninjas membership and the pediatric series. All right, be honest. Are your go-to balance interventions sit to stand, maybe just adding a foam pad but not really thinking about it, a few cone taps here and there? If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because while those activities can be helpful and necessary, if you're using the same progression with every patient, you're probably wasting time and missing the root of their balance issues. I've been there. You're trying to help your patient improve balance, reduce fall risk, and feel safer during everyday tasks. But when you're juggling multiple patients, endless documentations, don't even talk to me about the productivity demands, it's tempting to default to the same exercises regardless of what the patient actually needs. And the problem is that not one-size-fits-all approach doesn't target the specific deficits. And it leads to longer plans of care, less progress, and vague documentation that's really hard to defend. So we want to break this cycle. What if you could match your treatment strategies directly to what's going wrong with your patient's balance? So here's what I wish I had learned early in my career. It's that it's not all balance issues are the same, and our interventions shouldn't be either. Let's talk through a few common balance deficits and maybe show some options of what to do instead. So first example is lateral instability. If your patient sways side to side or has trouble with weight shifting, you could try lateral stepping with tactile cueing, dynamic reaching outside of their base of support, mirror feedback for midline awareness. Another example, forward flex posture. Does your patient lean too far forward to use their arms to or use their arms to stabilize constantly? Try this. Stand with upper extremity support, weaned over time. You could try verbal cues for alignment and postural resets, or maybe light perturbations to encourage reactive control. All of these can be progressed over time. Now, another example, wide base of support with poor midline control. Here's what I like to use. I like to go into narrow stance training with maybe a spotter or parallel bars, static to dynamic reaching in midline, and then cue fading to reduce over-reliance on supports. Example 4, trouble with dual tasking or attention. So for those struggling with cognitive motor interference, you could try incorporating memory or visual scanning tasks, varied directions and task demands while standing, and keeping the activity function focused, like toileting or kitchen tasks. And then now let's talk about the documentation, because you don't want to forget why you're documenting these strategies, because that's going to be key. So here's an example. Patient demonstrated delayed lateral weight shift and poor reactive stepping during grooming. Provided dynamic reaching tasks with perturbations to improve reactive balance and midline control in standing. That's way more defensible than just saying perform standing tasks. So if you want to stop overthinking your balance treatments and start making real progress with your patients, we've got a free balance intervention framework that maps out all of this. It includes progressions, deficit matching, and documentation examples you can actually use in your notes. So you can download it using the link below. It's totally free. Therapists don't need more cookie cutter exercises. We just need to use more smarter strategies and tools that make our work efficient and effective. So you've got this, and we are here to help. See you in the next video. Make sure to follow the Note Ninjas for more treatment activities and documentation tips.